Welcome to Muskegon Rising, a community service project of the Muskegon Rotary Club. Our purpose is to create lasting positive change. We've been doing that here since 1916. So, let's get started.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm Rem Sprague, a Muskegon Rotarian, and I'm here today with Jacqui Robinson to talk about an exciting new venue in downtown Muskegon. So, Jacqui, it's called The Corner.
The building is called The Corner, yes.
Okay, and there's a performing space inside as well?
There is. The top level of the Corner building, many may not know, but it is set up as a congregation space for someone to perform, whether they're speaking, singing, giving a lecture, or having some sort of performance. There is an over 300-seat auditorium space on the top level of this historic building.
All right, and where is it located exactly?
We are at the corner of Muskegon Avenue and 3rd Street, so right in the heart of downtown Muskegon. We're kind of bridging the gap between downtown and Hackley Park and the 3rd Street Midtown corridor.
And what was it originally designed to do?
It was originally designed to be the Church of Christian Science, their reading room. And it was that building until they moved across from Hackley Park. And the building was purchased by Central United Methodist Church, which is, it joins the parking lot between the Corner building and their church. So they used it for a number of years as a community event space. So they hosted blood drives with the Red Cross. Kids Food Basket did a lot of events there, and they unfortunately wanted to pass it along, or fortunately for us.
Sure.
And they put it up for sale at the beginning of last year.
And why did it, well, first of all, who bought it?
My parents, Mike and Teresa Bernhardt, purchased the building with our family in mind. My siblings and I are lifelong Muskegon residents. We were born and raised here, and we all have just an entrepreneurial background. We each have our own business that we were interested in having a space for. We were kind of growing and developing as just pop-up locations. My sister had a chalet in the Western Market for a summer, and she was looking for a home space. My mom has a holistic practice that she was looking for a space for, and I have a couple of different enterprises that I was looking for a home base for. And so we were looking and thinking it would be more of a 3 to 5 year project. Maybe we needed to renovate a commercial space, but this building became available and it fit perfectly with what we needed, but then also what we would like to do and hope to do for Muskegon County.
Okay, and so not much renovation required?
Well, thankfully, it's kind of two-faced. We do have some renovation to do. There's a lot of work to be done to preserve the architectural integrity of the building and the history of the building. But we are not knocking down walls. We're not changing the structure of the building. So it's a lot of superficial kind of cosmetic enhancements that we're making. So we've recently installed new carpeting on the upper level floor in the stage at the corner space. We also are in the process of restoring the over 50 stained glass windows throughout the building. We did 9 of them last summer, in addition to some other roofing work and structural enhancements to make sure that it wasn't going to continue to deteriorate. And we're looking at putting solar in, as well as making it ADA accessible. Right now, only one level of the building is. So we're working hard to add elevators and different entrance options so that it's an accessible building for everyone, no matter what level of the building you're on.
So you and your family have a history of performance arts. And so this is a great opportunity. Why does Muskegon need another performance venue?
That's a fantastic question. We feel that the stage at the corner is a great location for many reasons. As I mentioned, its proximity to just the center of downtown. But it's also kind of the center of what Muskegon has to offer in terms of size for venue. So we're excited because we think of it as the Goldilocks of the Muskegon community. We are not quite as big as some of the other options in the area, but we're also bigger than some of the options in the area. And we've come to find, since having ownership of the building, that there is a demand for the sort of space we now have. We've had weekly different types of groups and organizations, nonprofits, and just bands and concerts and individual artists looking for a venue that is about the size that we are, around that 300, 350 seating space. So we're excited to fill that niche and be available to the community for whatever purposes it is that they're interested in hosting.
So if people are accustomed to a theater with big sets and a lot of props and set dressings, I went to see Macbeth at the Corner. It was a wonderful production.
It was.
Very little in the way of sets and set dressings and furniture. More sort of like a black box space. Can you talk about that a little bit?
You're absolutely right. It is unique in the sense that it is a smaller space and perfect for those black box opportunities. Macbeth was actually the first opportunity that we had to host an event, and they did such a remarkable job catering to that space and using it for its strengths. So limited set, multiple entrances to enter and exit, having the ability to not need to put microphones on each performer so that it could be, everybody could use the acoustics of the building in order to hear that Shakespearean tone and rhyme. And we really appreciated being able to see how it would be put together with that in mind, because you're absolutely right. It takes a certain performance to fit that space. We've been fortunate enough to already host a homeschool group who has done a similar setup, a performance with just one background on stage the whole time, the props coming and going or staying on stage and the characters staying on stage the whole time, as well as a high school group who did a fall drama or fall comedy, I should say, in the space. And they also used minimal sets and props.
So, Jacqui, I understand there's a performance coming up soon related to the history of Muskegon. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. We are so excited that we have been approached by Mike Vogus, another Rotarian, to help produce The Lumber Queen, Muskegon Lumber Queen, which is an original play, a melodrama that was first premiered in the 1970s. And there are a great group of people working hard to celebrate its 50th anniversary this fall by doing another staged performance of Muskegon Lumber Queen. So speaking of those black box performances, Lumber Queen would be just that. We are working with the Muskegon Lakeshore Museum Center and Muskegon Civic Theater, Muskegon Community College, to put together a black box melodrama production of Lumber Queen at the stage at the Corner.
Sounds like a wonderful collaboration. Have you had some film premieres there yet?
We've showed a film, yes. It was a small group just to kind of test and see whether or not the equipment that we had would work. More of a family movie night setup. But yes, we've been having a lot of fun seeing, what we have in the building and what would work in the space based on the interest that we've had.
Remember a lot of stairs to get
Yes.
up to the performance space, and that's what you're talking about with ADA accessible?
Absolutely. We are in the process of getting an elevator installed. So when you first walk into the lobby level from the Muskegon Avenue side, there's kind of like a breezeway between the lobby and the exterior. So in that breezeway, we're putting an elevator to get up to that stage space.
Are there spaces available for other entrepreneurs who need sort of startup space similar to what's currently available on, is it Clay? With the chalets?
The Western Avenue chalets, yes.
Western.
Yep, absolutely. There are a few spaces still available. We have a couple of different tenants who are in and out for various reasons, whether it's for a short-term kind of like art exhibit or accounting. We have an accountant who's going to move in for a few months to get accounting done for the season. And as we continue to determine the status of the ADA bathrooms, space is still available until that restoration and renovation gets underway.
And any big events in the near future in the performing space?
Absolutely. We just had comedy at the Corner this past Friday, it's always fun. And this weekend, we have that homeschool group, Spotlight Drama. They are coming back to do an original play this weekend. So lots coming up to look forward to.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Thank you. Yeah.
So the whole family's involved.
We are.
And everybody's chipping in, or how is it funded?
That's a fantastic question. We are utilizing a lot of grant resources, thankfully, to make all the improvements that we're hoping to make. And everybody is certainly chipping in different ways. Dad's mainly the project manager, overseeing what needs to be done and how best to do it. My brother is managing the venue, Alex Bernhardt. So he is handling all of that booking and just being there so that people can enter and exit the building and help them with any technical needs that they may need. My sister has her little corner of the corner, as does my mom. And then my husband and I just opened a play cafe on the bottom level. So we are all pitching into our own corner of the corner.
So a play cafe, tell me, is that just like a sort of grab and go kind of concessions, or?
It is a little bit of both. Once it's finally up and settled, we only have the play space of the play cafe open right now. So it's called Play Muskegon, and it's following a concept that we know from the United Kingdom. My husband is a Rotarian, Dane Robinson, and he is from just outside of Leeds in the United Kingdom. And when we go to visit with our children, we often visit play cafes. So they are a concept where families with very young children can come to play, and maybe the weather isn't as nice, or they just need to get out of the house, or they're meeting friends for a play date. So there's coffee and snacks available for the families to enjoy, and then a designated play space that's specifically catered to those children. So we're following the background I have with my master's in theater for the very young. I've worked a lot with children 5 and under in music and dance and theater, and that's my background in addition to education. So I'm kind of combining all of that education and experience, and we've created this curated space specifically for the very young to come and enjoy, filled with wooden Montessori-styled toys that they can come in and play and manipulate and pretend to be in a tiny town. So there's a grocery store, a construction site, a restaurant, a hair salon, and they change. So it's been a lot of fun to bring that really popular family event that we look forward to in England to Muskegon.
What a great concept. Has it been tried elsewhere that you're aware of in the U.S. or in Michigan?
Certainly. There are some throughout the United States. The closest ones are in the Grand Rapids area, but they all have their own unique kind of style. So some are indoor playgrounds, kind of like maybe what McDonald's used to have, right, or Burger King. Or they're soft play, so the kids can run and jump on large couches and pillows and things that they can build into forts and whatnot. Some are set up as like co-working spaces, so moms can sit on their laptops and get work done and watch their kids. And so we're a slightly different brand or breed of the play cafe world, but we're certainly one of the only ones on the west coast of Michigan.
But it's not daycare. Parents are there, 1 or 2 parents with their children.
Absolutely.
And kind of in parallel activity in that space.
That's it. That's the goal. And
so it's fascinating. So many different things going on in one building.
Yeah.
How many tiers are there, levels?
There are 3 levels. The middle lobby level, we've been able to kind of use that lobby space for more of the community events. So we are very lucky to host Nelson Neighborhood for their neighborhood association meetings each month. And right now, while the Frohenthal is undergoing renovation, Muskegon Civic Theater meets there monthly, which we're happy to host. So that lobby level is kind of like the meeting place for everybody. And we're just looking forward to being able to be what the Muskegon community needs for us to be as they need it.
So how do people reach out to look for using space or renting space or performing? How do they connect with the corner?
We have an email address, so they can reach out to thecornermuskegon@gmail.com or contact us through our Facebook or Instagram. That's probably the way most people have reached out to us in the past. But we also have on our website and social media different, like the phone number that you could reach out to us, and that takes you to Alex.
Number?
That is 616-414-1965.
One more time.
616-414-1965. I'll double check it and we can edit and post in case I don't have it memorized.
Post-production, huh?
Right.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to tell our audience about the corner, Jacqui?
We are just so thankful to have been welcomed by the Muskegon community so warmly. We are thrilled to be a part of this growth that we're experiencing downtown and all across Muskegon County. And we're excited. We're just thrilled to welcome everyone to the corner for whatever purpose they may find themselves joining us.
Well, so folks, this is all about the corner. New construction, renovation in downtown Muskegon, and a great example of entrepreneurs coming together to rebuild Muskegon. If anybody who's lived here for 20 years or more has seen significant change, largely led by individuals who love this community, who want to invest in this community. So thanks, Jacqui, for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And everybody check out the corner.
Thank you so much.